How y'all doing out there? Hope you're doing well. You already know who it is, the Crypto Wonder. If you don't know, again, it's the Crypto Wonder. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome to the show. Now, we're going to talk about some of these things involving crypto, right? There's a lot of people that you listen to that do not know what they're talking about, okay? This is why I tell y'all all the time, you need to make the decisions that are good for you. Okay? You're in this is DeFi. No one holds your hand, no one guides you to do anything. And if you find anything out here as far as education, as far as information, as far as whatever, tutorials, etc., use that as part of your research. Be thankful because it's free. But for the most part, ultimately, you have to make the decision that's good for you. Nobody knows what's going on out here, man. Some people may have a better chance to guess or whatever, but no one could tell you what tomorrow's gonna bring. You know, there are people that are still upset today about everything regarding this ecosystem and everything. They're upset at Hex. They're upset at the prices of Hex on however many chains it's on. They're upset that Pulse Chain is below SAC price. They're upset that Pulse X is below SAC price. They're upset that Rich is not talking, right? They're like, where's Richard been? All this kind of stuff. Why? Because they have the right to. Because ultimately, it's how you wanna approach things, you know. Because let's keep it all the way real. When it comes to the whole thing with sacrifice, that's just a glorified way of saying ICO. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it, just be honest. We have to be honest here. Just a glorified way of just participating in an initial coin offering they call sacrifice to avoid whatever legal scrutiny from the alphabet boys and whatever. How now, 2 years later, here we are, you know, we understand Hex has just suffered a major capitulation, price decrease. It's disgusting out here in these crypto streets as far as price. We understand that. If you came in at an all-time high and you held on till now, I know you feel a way, especially if you're not staking. You feel a super way. You feel like, man, what are you holding? What are you staking? You staking something that dropped down in price 98%? That's crazy. I understand the pain. I understand it. I've been in crypto for a little bit and been through some cycles, so I get it. Right? A lot of people who are in don't really understand what this is all about. So, hey, this is why I say, even though crypto is available, they say it's DeFi, is available to everybody. It's not for everybody. It's really not. It's just not. Until things become a little bit more palpable or maybe more streamlined, even like to connect with regular people. You got to jump through so many hurdles now just to connect a no coiner up to Pulse Chain. A no coiner, having a no coiner come on from the street and having one Pulse token, one Pulse. I'm keeping it so simple with y'all. Is hurdles upon hurdles upon hurdles. Because people have to understand, regardless of whatever fiat ramp you have, whatever bridge, whatever schmevler, software, whatever, it's a learning curve for people. This is incredibly intimidating for somebody who knows nothing about cryptocurrency. And you're trying to attach them to, everything going on over here in DeFi. It's not easy. It can be done, yes, for someone who's willing to take the chance to learn and understand it. And then you, on the other hand, as a person trying to engage them, have to be patient enough to deal with these people, because this is a huge learning curve. This is not easy 1, 2, 3. for somebody to just jump in. Forget about what you've known, especially if you've been a sacrificer for the past 2 years. Everything you've experienced up to this point, you don't even know. Somebody coming in from the outside would be scared to even enter this space, knowing what you know up to this point, knowing the risks you took, knowing how just by way of being a sacrificer, they'll look at you and think you're crazy, out of your rabbit ass mind, throwing your money at something to a man who you'll never meet, a stranger on TV, on not even TV, on a computer, on a device, on the YouTube, on the Twitter. That's what we did. That's what we did. And thankfully, up to this point, thankfully, the airdrops came. Thankfully. But a lot of people just look at things as if, a lot needs to be desired. A lot. Folks are still asking about where did the sacrifice funds go. My goodness, like I said in the beginning of this is like a glorified, another creative way to create an ICO. Have you asked all the other projects that ICO'd since 2017 where did the funds go? You gave those things up, man. Sometimes people can't let go, and it's for what their own reasons. I'm not saying the best thing you should do is let go, but what I'm saying is if you're going to keep complaining about something you have no control over, then what's the point? What are you doing? Oh no, you're going to try to find other ways to be active and, I don't know, keep busy by engaging in frivolous debates with people, arguing about concepts and philosophy and theories regarding crypto from individuals who never made you rich. This is what you're going to engage in. This is what you're going to participate in. Listening to words from people who try to convince you that they are completely knowledgeable on a subject versus you. And so that you can so they can find a way to win your confidence, to make you feel like you're less than, that you're not a thinking person, so you can believe in whatever promises they're selling you. This is what you're going to do with your time. You're not going to take advantage of this time that you can't reclaim ever and do something productive for yourself in your life. This is the market. This is the nature of the market. Like, you're going to see when things turn around and the bull market comes, you're going to remember how this was, and you're going to feel like, wow, I can't even believe I was such a fool during this time, panicking, crying, restless, making all types of whatever, engaging in beefs on the computer with people who don't care about you. Because everything during the bull market is the exact opposite. It's going to be euphoric. Everybody's going to be happy, excited. You throw anything at crypto, you make money. Oh, everything is great. Oh man, you could fantasize, you could dream. I know, because I was there. I've been there multiple times. That's why I'm steady with it. Like, I don't engage in like this degenerate. It's almost like this, right? You can understand yourself well enough to what you can tolerate and you don't want to tolerate, right? And that's you, right? Because what I can tolerate may not be what someone else can tolerate. But what you find in crypto, what you find in this community, especially in DeFi, is this love for the degenerate behavior of people who just want to take extreme risks. All they're doing, they're being glorified gamblers. They want to take extreme risk in engaging in different opportunities or so-called opportunities and tell you that you're doing something wrong if you don't want to engage in that, or you're doing something wrong, or you're too scared, right? Or you just don't do crypto well if you don't engage in glorified, excessive gambling practices. And what I mean by that, meaning this: as soon as the sacrifice phases came out for Pulse Chain and Pulse X, a whole other a barrage of other people jumped on the bandwagon and created their own sacrifice, whatever. And guess what happened? Of course, naturally, people are going to take the attention away from whatever brought them 10,000X, in this case Hex. And of course, they already got their attention distracted with Pulse Chain and Pulse X, and plus 100 plus other sacrifices and projects that come. So, of course, you're not going to see concentrated effort or concentrated interest in one coin anymore, because it's going to be divided in multiple different things. So that's already going to dilute whatever concentrated focus was onto Hex. It's gone. It's no longer all about Hex anymore, folks. For some it is, but the way this is laid out, the way how everything, we have a layer 1 blockchain, right? That's supposed to complement Hex. Hex lives there. Sure, we understand why Pulse Chain was created. But on top of that, how many other shit coins are on Pulse Chain right now that are doing absolutely nothing for the ecosystem? And we, granted, it's only less than 2 months, less than about a month and a half or so. Granted, fine, whatever. But how much trash is on Pulse Chain right now? How much trash has already scammed and rug pulled people to date? Okay? And then, but see, the folks who engage in degenerate nonsense, the term degenerate, to exalt and to praise that, like, what does that, like, in other words, like, what type of thinking do you have when you embrace the term degenerate? You know what that is? Look it up if you don't understand what that means. But I could tell you off the bat, you're a low-level type of human being. Low. Hoodlum. Ruffian. Vagabond. You're degenerate. You're less than. You're not of anything regenerative or anything supposed to about building or anything. You're in all actuality, you're the exact opposite. It's almost like you're recessive. You're engaging in activity that's recessive in nature, just as to satisfy some type of whatever addictive craving you may even have, because you don't care. Everything for you to say that you're a degenerate and you are proud of that, well, you have to deal with everything that comes with that title, because words have power and labels have power, and these things, when you understand power and energy and the power of words, and you claim that's what you are because of what you do, especially in crypto, and you not only do you do that, and the reason why people would know you do that is because you say it, you speak about it with conviction. So people who are unsuspecting, people who are new, people who are naive, people who are entering the space and may listen to what you have to say, just might do what it is that you're doing. And because they don't have the same savoir-faire, they don't have the experience, they don't have the connections, they don't even have the wherewithal like you do. Because a lot of people don't always talk about what they do on the internet, right? So they end up doing the same thing you do, and maybe not even experience the same gains that you might have been experiencing, because you got certain connections. You're connected to a certain group of people that your viewers are not connected to. You're privy to information that your viewers are not privy to. So you're able to consistently jump into degenerate circle or degenerate project upon degenerate project that end up rugging people, right? You claim that, everything is do your own research. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything, but you're showing and you're talking to people about what you're doing. They follow you. They're not successful as you because they used your referral link. They don't have referral links. That was the thing for years ago, right? You could have been paid under the table. Nobody would ever know. But you showing people, oh yeah, this is what you know. This is how, affluent you are. You're well versed in this crypto space. Everything is, you on the level. Everything is A1, 100% legit with you, when it's not, because you claimed to be a degenerate. Engaging in degenerate activities. Folks they don't understand. They had strategies in the beginning. They had strategies during the sacrifice phase. They had strategies. They thought about, plans, this is what they're going to do. This is what they're not going to do, blah, blah, blah. And the listener, the viewers, this is the sort of like the consequences of dealing with social media, because everything is not perfect, right? So people for the past 2 years have been looking to one another for hope, to deal with what's going on, to waiting the uncertainty. Well, now we have it, sure. So whatever plan they had before the Pulse chain launched went out the window, because many of them got rid of their bags. Many of them, instead of holding, got into the farms, which is fine. But you got to understand, when you're farming, you're not a hodler anymore. You're a farmer. Be real with yourself. You might not have been. And the thing about it is this: you have every right to do with it whatever you want to do with your money. But when you talk about it, when you tell the world what you're doing, don't think that you're absolved of any type of responsibility or accountability, because people remember, because you're talking about it. Folks know now. Oh, wait a minute. You were the one that telling me, oh, it's all about hodling. Oh, you're the one that told me it was all about staking, this and that, right? Oh, but then these farms come and it's just, APY, high APRs, 20,000 APR first few days, blah, blah, blah. Oh, great. Oh, well, wait a minute. You just like eager McBeaver jumping into these things. What happened to sitting on your hands and doing nothing? Oh, now it's a different talk. This is why folks don't listen to everybody and think that they're giving you 100% alpha, 100% truth. They're not doing that. And it's not really their fault, because, people are who they are. People are fickle. They're going to tell you one thing and do something else. Contradiction is real here. That's why I don't tell you specific things and what I'm doing, because it's none of your business anyway. It's not. I don't ask you what you do with your bread. Why are you asking or thinking and waiting? No one asks me what I do in anything of what you know what I'm saying? I just talk because I enjoy making content. I don't understand that. I'm not going to, in the real world, ask anybody what they do with their bread. Why am I going to go on the internet and talk on the internet about what I'm doing? Doesn't make it make sense. It's already bad enough that people don't want you to win. Folks don't want you to have more than they do. People think Pulse Chain right now is an utter failure. Do you believe that? There's people that right now believe that Pulse Chain is a failure. I'm not one of them. I'm not. Because the majority of people in this space couldn't even create a blockchain. Because if they did, they would exist. And not to say, and to go even more, a blockchain that's worth anything at all. Because let's say, okay, some people get together and they put a blockchain, and you see a bunch of blockchains, because there are thousands of coins and a bunch of layer ones that are out here, but then they are dead in the water, producing nada, nothing, ghost. So that's another thing. You might even have the wherewithal and the resources and the knowledge to create a blockchain, but will it be worth anything? No. Where's your marketing? Where's your community? Where's the interest? Got none of that, so it's a wrap. Everybody in crypto, most crypto content creators act like they want to be chiefs, right? Everybody want to be a chief. Nobody want to be an Indian. I follow nobody to the point where I'm thinking, oh, this is like some type of, messiah, the crypto messiah. Not even RH. There's nobody on earth right now that's not the top dog in my book on anything. RH just seems to be the person who has gotten it correct and actually had his token back up what he promised. He promised this thing would be 10,000x in 2.5 years. It produced that in 20 months. So it is what it is. Hats off to him. But apart from that, there's a whole lot of other stuff too I could say that I wasn't crazy about. I'm not gonna exalt this person like, he's the second coming of the Messiah. We're not doing that. I don't. Some people do. That's where it goes to a different level, a different bag about people being cult members. That's why you have that rumor or that narrative floating around here in the crypto space. Not only for people who are jealous and hating, but it's because people in the community show that. That's how they act. They're completely obsessed with him. Completely. I give credit where it's due. But I don't jump on anybody's bandwagon to that extent where I'm like, pfft. So this person is not a prophet to me or divine. No, I'm a real person. I don't drink. Not brainwashing, none of that, or not on any level. What I'm hooked on, what I'm obsessed with, and what I'm addicted to is creating generational wealth. And trust and believe something else better comes along besides this, I will be, hey, if it comes better along and I feel good about it, that everything is on the up and up, I'm going to add that to my portfolio. Until then, this is where it's at. This is what I'm doing, and that's it. And I don't care about what anybody else is doing. Somebody in the community I heard talk about, this and that. You got to, understand that, everything is not just about one thing anymore. And this is a person who just clout chases. That's the thing, man. You all got to understand who does what and who does and for what. And y'all not going to really know who I'm talking about. It's not anybody who I talk to. I'm talking about folks who just look for attention. They do anything in their power to have people look at them for the wrong reasons. And they have you believe that they know what they're talking about, right? You got people with millions of subscribers who have no clue what they talk about, who are proud to say that they've had interviews of people like Crypto, like BitBoy. I forgot his name, yo. BitBoy Crypto, whatever his name is. I forgot how his name even goes because he's so corny to me. That's not somebody who you should exalt and praise. Remember seeing that person come up in the beginning, sure, just like any other early crypto YouTuber, budding crypto YouTuber, you wish them success. And I've seen him, but to what he's turned out, has he talked about anything he had going on and anything even close and remotely supportive, consistently supportive with this community that he attached himself to? He was writing a talk about he had a crush on RH. Who does that, yo? And what's he doing now? Talk about some Ben token and all that. Yo, who cares about none of that, man? But y'all that's what y'all see. Y'all always want to talk about aligning yourself with other communities and this and that and that and this. And this person right here is a toxic. And I've been saying this for a while, but you know what? Nobody cares. So it doesn't matter to me. That's why I say what I say the way I say it. And who cares if you like it or not? Doesn't matter to me either. Aligning yourself, trying to, say, oh yeah, mass adoption. Yeah, we got to market. But you're marketing to sellouts. You're trying to align yourself with sellouts. The chain still launched, and folks are just thinking Rich is supposed to just pump this forever. Just talk about it, Richard. Get on the stream and go pump this. Pump our bag, pump. Forget about anything decentralized. That's how fake these people are. That's how fake the community is, right? They talk, oh no, we're not in it for technology. It's all about the money, all this and that. Sure. And, decentralization. Oh yeah, decentralization. But you need one centralized figure to pump your bags. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then other people, oh yeah, sacrifice this. I'm trying to do this to compliment, the community and this and that. You're not gonna be able to stop none of that. Look at how saturated these other blockchains, Ethereum is, with what it is. And pulse chain, it's just an evolution of pulse chain. Oh, a whole bunch of crabs in a barrel are going to come on this chain. They're already here, and there's going to be more, and all they're going to do is take. Welcome to decentralization, man, where you have the best and the worst of everybody in the space. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. What are you going to do? Why are you talking and try to fight something and do something that's beyond your control? You know, a lot of people just feel they all in their feelings. They don't know which way to go. They're upset, angry, this and that, angry. Yo, live your life. Live your life, because nobody really even cares. Nobody cares about what I go through in my personal life. I don't care about what you go through in your personal life like that either, because it's real. It's not because I'm cold-hearted and mean-spirited. I'm just being honest and real. That's just a fact. Not because I don't like you or don't care about you. It's just being real. I don't go to these strangers out here, even in my neighborhood, and be like, yo, get into your life, into your intimate personal life or your everyday. No, it's not like that. That's not the real world. That's not real life. Folks treat crypto like it's some type of fantasy. It's not, it has something separate to. No, this is a part of real life. When you put your devices down, you're still living in the real world. What are we talking about? You know, you have people who come up with all kinds of different themes too, and weird stuff. I heard of Twitter Spaces, and I talked about this a while ago, where some guys from a meme community were trying to bring discrimination and talks of how Richard is a racist, to black people, and because he said the word nigger in Twitter Spaces and some interviews on YouTube, and no black person in the community got at him, which is fugazi. Not that he didn't say that, but black people in the community got at Richard for that. Where he had to even explain in some cases, this is where he grew, he grew up around black people, black kids, and this was the vernacular, that was the culture. And what does his profile look like now? He's surrounded by black faces. When he grew up as a child, he's surrounded by a circle of black kids around him. But my whole point in saying this is you're going to have all kinds of people who are going to sow seeds of hate, seeds of dissension, seeds of separation. They're just going to want to cause the confusion. There are people who their sole purpose is to disturb anything good that's going on in life. Whether you want to call them agents, you want to call them people that have been planted in certain situations. You have to believe this, and you have to notice this is what you're going to discover when you have a certain awareness about you. And once you know. You can't unknow what you already know, just like you can't unsee what you've already seen. You take the information and use it for you. Use it accordingly to improve your life. And who cares what anybody else thinks? What are they doing for you? Nobody else's shoes out here in the crypto streets, in the hex community or pulse chain, whatever community. None of your shoes are in my house or under my bed. Get the F out of here. I pay my own by my lonesome, on my own time, the way I do it. Nobody can convince me any otherwise of anything, of whatever, blah, 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 in life. Think I'm going to align myself with certain ideology and philosophy that means nothing to me. None of this translates into bringing the market go up and letting all the numbers go up in the market. None of this. None of it. None of it. But folks are so enthralled. They're so enthralled in in holding on to the mania, the sensationalism, this fake sensationalism too, because the real world doesn't care about your crypto drama. The real world doesn't care about how you feel about how Pulse Chain has launched. The real world doesn't care. What they care about? BlackRock. What they care about? Binance. What they care about? Coinbase. What they care about? Gary Duck-ass Gensler. And all these other things. What they care about still? FTX. Still. They don't care about Pulse Chain. They don't care about this community. Enough. They don't care. Stop acting like, what you're saying, you're going to make a difference and blah, blah, blah. And you're fighting and you this and that and this, as if you were done maximum wrong when no one forced you to enter any type of sacrifice phase. No one forced you to even engage in 150 other sacrifices. What's wrong with you? I look crazy, man. I'm crazy. I don't understand. This is the aspect of this whole thing that just, it's like it's a turnoff, because there's a gross level of immaturity and lack of emotional intelligence that's displayed among these people. You got all this information folks like to talk about, that they have, that they give, that they're teaching and they're educating, right? But then in the same breath, they're displaying a gross sense of immaturity and childish behavior. They embrace irrationality over maturity, over being balanced, over being level-headed, over being calm. They embrace ignorance. They want to live at the level of a subprimate. When this is about money, this is about life-changing wealth, this is about creating legacy. All these terms, and forget about sovereignty and freedom and all these things. They don't know anything about that. They don't even know how to spell the word. Spell sovereignty. Forget about knowing what it means and how it's applicable to in our lives. Spell the word. Unreal, I tell you, unreal. Y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all really have to do better. I'm off this. Take care.